Hey everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Will Roe versus Wade be overturned? What will happen with Roe versus Wade? Will Roe versus Wade be overturned? 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 What will happen with Roe versus Wade? What will happen with Roe versus Wade? What will happen with Roe versus Wade? Listen, I'm just trying to shuffle, but this card tried to pop out while I was still shuffling. Success in reverse. So, whatever they're trying to do, it's going to backfire on them. This is going to backfire. Cards are sticking together. Shows what's going to happen with Roe versus Wade. What will be the outcome with Roe versus Wade? What will be the outcome with Roe versus Wade? What will be the outcome with Roe versus Wade? They're telling me to start with this deck, so I'm gonna start with this one. Show us what's gonna happen with Roe versus Wade. Show us what's gonna happen with Roe versus Wade. This is my people card deck. This is the deck that shows what the people are thinking. Show us what's going to happen with Roe versus Wade. Show us what's going to happen with Roe versus Wade. Okay. Ooh. Love. Okay. Well, this is how it all begins. People fall in love with each other. Things happen. Unexpected pregnancies happen. This could also have to do with some sort of a contract or agreement that the justices have with dark money. This could be the law of the land. This could be the contract between the law of the land and the people. Okay? A binding contract. This is the precedent. Okay? We've got dominion in reverse. This tells me that these justices have no right to, because now it's personal. It's their personal opinion. Or Justice Alito, it's what he feels personally that Roe versus Wade should have never happened. It never should have gone into effect. That's personal. They need to take the personal out of it and look at it objectively, all of them, and think in terms of the people and not in terms of themselves and what their own personal views are, or what they're being paid to do to change the laws of the land by dark money, whatever it is. So they are treading on territory that they have no dominion to do this. Even though they are Supreme Court justices, they have no right to tell women what to do with their bodies. And that Amy Coney Barrett is an embarrassment to women. Amy Coney Embarrassment. That should be her name. Amy Coney embarrassment. She should be ashamed of herself and to call herself a woman. I'm embarrassed. An embarrassment. Completion in reverse. Completion in reverse. I'm going to have to come back to that because I feel like it's not over and done with Roe versus Wade. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like things are hanging in the balance. Things are hanging in the balance. We have the high priestess in reverse. The high priestess in reverse. I'm not sure about that one. We have the hanged man in reverse. And we have the magician in reverse. This is the manipulation. The manipulation. First of all, okay, so with the high priestess in reverse, I feel like this is the leak. The leak of the opinion of Justice Alito, right? The hanging in the balance is no longer, people are no longer hanging in the balance when it comes to what the plans are of the Supreme Court. It's in the open now. We know what direction they are actually going to take when it comes to Roe versus Wade, Casey. And then we have the magician card, the manipulation. Because they have the power, they feel that they can not all of them, the conservative ones feel like they can manipulate the, because they have the power to overturn Roe v. Wade, they are going to manipulate their power to do this. Ooh, we got regret in reverse. Regret in reverse. Whoever leaked this information, whoever leaked what Justice Alito's opinion was regarding Roe versus Wade, they do not have regrets about what they actually did. Here we have the King of Swords. You know, the King of Swords does have to do with law. I feel like maybe it was a male that released this information. It was a man that released this information. He felt like the truth needed to come out. Again, I have failure. With the Enterprise, okay, so in the upright position, this actually has to do with fertility. Artificial insemination is the best way to describe it. We have the needle penetrating the vagina and implanting, but it's coming in reverse, right? Which tells me that trying to overturn Roe v. Wade is going to fail. I don't know I don't know if this is something that they're going to be able to overturn and it's going to be reinstated. I don't know if Congress and the Senate are going to pass some sort of ordinance to where it's going to be protected. I don't know what's going to happen. We've got the Star of Hope. The Star of Hope. This person who released this opinion of Justice Alito is hoping that this will turn things around for the people. The people are not going to be in the dark about what the Supreme Court's plans are, and to kind of stir the pot a little bit, because it doesn't end with just Roe versus Wade. It doesn't end with just Roe versus Wade. We've got the Moon in reverse. The secret is out. The secret is out. The secret is out of the bag. We have imagination. What I'm hearing with this is there's going to be further challenges, even though Roe v. Wade, I think eventually is going to remain in place. There's still going to be more challenges to Roe v. Wade in trying to modify parts of Roe v. Wade. I think that's what I'm getting with the imagination card. Change. I got adaptation, change. So this person who leaked this information about the Justice Alito's opinion is hoping that it will change opinions. It will change people's uh, motivation to get out and vote during the midterms. We have prudence in reverse, carelessness. Um, I'm not sure. I feel like this has to do with trust, with the carelessness card coming out. I feel like it has something to do with trust. Yeah, Two of Swords, a decision has to be made. Peace is in the middle. Peace is in the middle. A decision has to be made. I think it's interesting that on one side we have the male and on the other side we have the female, and the two are divided by peace. If they could just come together and make a peaceful decision, then we'd be good. And I feel like that peaceful decision is you have no right to tell me what to do with my body. You have no right to tell any other women what to do with their body. That's between them and God. Maybe the choice is not right for someone, but you can still say that another person has the right to choose whatever it is they want to do with their body. All right, I'm going to go to this deck. I think it was this way. We have equilibrium in reverse, an imbalance. There's an imbalance. We have temperance. We have temperance, patience, disappointment, the hermit, going within. I mean, I feel like this is referring back to the justices, trying to figure out how the leak happened. This is the investigation. How the leak happened. We know that there's an imbalance on the court. We know that the court is more conservative than it is middle of the road or liberal or progressive. It is more conservative. The temperance card, temperance is also has to do with the fire sign, Sagittarius. So maybe it was, I don't know what the justices' birthdays are, but or if it could have even have been like a clerk that leaked the information, but it's possible that that person is a fire sign, a Sagittarius specifically. And again, I'm getting that it's a male. It is a male that actually leaked the information, or it's someone who operates in their male energy. Okay. Ooh, we got Mother of Fire falling on the Temperance card. So we got fire falling on fire. The Temperance card represents the Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, right? So I believe it was a clerk, and I feel like this is a justice. This Mother of Fire is a justice. So this clerk worked under a female justice, and I don't think it was Amy Coney Barrett. Amy Coney embarrassment. Listen, we've got the Hierophant. And it's falling on the disappointment card, and the Hierophant has to do with institutions like the courts. It has to do with marriage. It has to do with servitude. So the Supreme Court is there to serve the people. It's the highest court to serve the land, right? But with the Hierophant actually coming in reverse and falling on the disappointment card, it lets us know that the court is no longer for the good of the people. The court is in servitude of dark money, of people with an agenda, organizations with an agenda. We have the Bravery card coming in reverse. We have the Torment card. And we have the Grief card coming in reverse. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with bravery coming in reverse, so there's cowardice. And with the torment card, um, again, this animal is being controlled. This animal is an experiment. This animal is trapped. This animal is a slave. This is a slave to whatever organization or group that's doing testing on him. This animal lives in a cage. This animal is trying to untangle himself from the contraption that's around his neck, and he can't unlock it, right? So this could be the people, specifically women, feeling like they are a slave to a court system that is supposed to be on their side, but now only wants to control their bodies. When you are no longer in control of your body, you are a slave. This could be this justice and this clerk feeling like they are a slave to a court that is not for the people, which is why the opinion was released. At the bottom, we have the adjustment card. We have the adjustment card. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, angels. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles, Judgment, the Chariot in reverse, and the King of Cups. So I feel like with this, for the moment, the conservatives, the far, far right, feel like they've triumphed. They feel like they have won. They feel like this is a golden opportunity to change history. But it's not going to go forward. This is not going to go forward. So this temporary joy that they're feeling, the temporary joy is not lasting. It is not going to last. Okay? Okay, one more deck. Let me just... The Queen of Cups, the Throne of Emotion. Women are emotional about this. I feel like this is the divine feminine energy. I don't feel like it's anybody operating in their feminine energy. I feel like this is woman. This is woman. And yes, we are emotional about this. We're emotional about this. With the exception of the one conservative woman, Amy Coney Embarrassment, on the Supreme Court, it's men who want to see this put into effect. Roe v. Wade. Again, this is not 1940, 50, or 60. We're not staying at home giving birth only by choice, if that's what you choose to do, to stay at home and raise your kids. It is by choice. Back then, women didn't have a choice. It was what was expected of them, to be at home, barefoot and pregnant, raising the kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. But women have come a long way, and this is a setback for women. This would be a setback for women. If men, you see that this is clearly a male in this picture who is dressed as a woman, in pink, things we associate with being a woman, pink, ribbons, flowers, all of those things. If men could actually step into our shoes the way that this character in this picture has, they would have a better understanding of how we feel. If they could step into our shoes, into our femininity, into our bodies, and experience what we experience, our thoughts, our feelings, then they would have a better understanding. We have the Queen of Wands. Again, this is feminine energy. The throne of determination. Women are grounded. This woman is grounded. She is planted. She is strong. And she's surrounded by strength. We have fire in the background. You see that fire. But she carries her passion and she carries her passion for what she believes in a graceful, beautiful way. There's no anger that's showing on the surface, even though there may be a storm raging inside when it comes to this woman's rights. Again, I have female energy. Female energy. I have death. Death. I feel like this has nothing to do with putting death to Roe v. Wade. I feel like this is women fighting to the death for their right to their own bodies. Okay. Again, I have female energy. Again, the messenger. I feel like this might be Kamala Harris. I know she recently talked about Roe v. Wade possibly being overturned. There's going to be rallies. We know this. Without this card being present, there is going to be rallies about what the court is planning to do. And you see, there's probably let me see. There's not just women in the audience. There are men out there. There are people of color, people from all walks of life. We have signs that say transgender. No, let's see. It says queers. We have queers here. Resist. So the signs say all kinds of different things. But with this woman on the podium, the messenger being a woman of color, this is going to affect women of color the most. It's going to affect women of color the most. It's going to affect women who live below or at the poverty line the most. Dude, again, we got female energy. This deck is not all female, but so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. The throne of truth. Again, I feel like with this Queen of Swords coming out, you know, the Queen of Swords is smart. She's a quick thinker. She makes wise decisions. She's honest. She's been through enough in her life to know what is right and what is wrong. She knows when the BS is coming her way. She protects her territory. You see here, she is protecting her body. She is protecting her body. She's grounded. She's wise. She speaks her mind, but she speaks wisely. She thinks before she speaks. This is at the center of the read. We have the Ace of Cups, the roots of water, and water has to do with emotion. And this is falling on the Death card. Okay? Through all of the turbulence, the turmoil, and the emotions, this flower prevails. It stands taller and higher than all the other uh, uh, sea life that's floating on top of the water. We've got suspension. This is like the hanged man. This is the first male energy that we have with this card. But it happens to be the hanged man, the person who is stuck, the person who can't see beyond the perspective that they're at. If they could see beyond the perspective that they're seeing, that they're focused on, they would be able to make a decision whether to go left or right. And I say that intentionally, left or right. Okay? Again, we have female energy, the Nine of Swords. By the way, water energy is associated with female energy as well. We have the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords, despair, right? These two cards, this woman is looking back at this hanged man in despair, in disgust, smoking her cigarettes, trying to calm her nerves. How many cigarettes are down there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She's almost smoked an entire pack of cigarettes to relax herself. And she's got an umbrella protecting herself from the darkness. Still protecting her body, but waiting for the opportunity to strike at this man who's suspended, that she's looking back at him, right? We're not going back. We're not going back. Yeah. Again, this is falling on the road with the Death card, the Ten of Swords, ruin. Women are going to fight to the death. Women are going to fight to the death. That's it. That's all. All right. That's the end of the read. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.